Alright, and now we are down to the last topic that I'll be discussing, which is the 17th principle of literary criticism, the rhythm and meter. Rhythm and its specialized form, meter, depend upon repetition and expectancy. All rhythmical and metrical effects spring from anticipation. As a rule, this anticipation is unconscious. Sequences of syllables, both as sounds and as images, of speech movements leave the mind ready for certain further sequences. Just as the eye, reading print unconsciously, expects the spelling to be as usual, so the mind, after reading a line or two of verse or half a sentence of prose, prepares itself ahead for any one of a number of possible sequences. The effect produced by what actually follows depends upon this unconscious preparation and consists of twist which it gives to expectancy. It is in terms in this twist that rhythm is to be described. Even the most highly organized lyrical prose raises a very ambiguous expectation. Until the final words of the passage, there are always a great number of different sequences which would equally well fit in to the routine of sensory stimulation. What is expected, in fact, is not this sound or that sound, not even this kind of sound or that kind of sound, but some one of a certain thousand kinds of sounds. The sound gets its character by compromise with what is going on already. It is much more a negative thing than a positive. As any case, it is easier to say what disqualifies than to say what is required. There is, of course, no such thing as the effect of a word or a sound. There is no one effect which belongs to it. Words have no intrinsic literary characters. None are either ugly or beautiful, displeasing or delightful. Every word has instead a range of possible effects, varying with the conditions into which it is received. Hence, to say that it is okay to belittle the importance of the sound, in most cases, it is the key to the effects of poetry. This texture of expectations, satisfactions, disappointments, surprisals, which the sequence of syllables brings about, is rhythm. And the sound of word comes to its full power only through rhythm. The rhythmic sequence, also known as meter, is the means by which words may be made to influence one another to the greatest possible extent. In metrical reading, the narrowness and definiteness of expectancy is very greatly increased. As with rhythm with meter, we must not think of it as in the words themselves or in the thumping of the drum. It is not in the stimulation, it is in our response. Meter adds to all fated expectancies which make up rhythm a definite pattern, and its effect is not due to our perceiving a pattern in something outside us, but to our becoming patterned ourselves. The reading of poetry is, of course, not a monotonous form of singing, but a rise and fall of pitch is involved in meter, and is as much part of the poet's technique in poetry. Meter then tends to increase the vivacity and susceptibility both of the general feelings and of the attention. That includes my discussion, and let's move on to the next reporter. Thank you.